Good morning, class 7. Today, chapter number 8, weathering and soil. What is weathering? Weathering is a process in which rocks on the land surface are broken down into small pieces and the action that is done with the help of this action is done with by the help of wind, air, water and rain, etc. Temperature is also there. These actions are done by the elements of weather. This process involves physical as well as chemical actions. Weather occurs in places where the rocks are present and so does not involve any movement of weathered rocks. Erosion is a process of weathering. Erosion is a process in which materials are transported from one place to another by its agents, by the agents of the nature like running water, moving ice, waves, winds, etc. The factors that affect sand weathering is local climate, mineral composition of the rocks, the structure of the rocks, and the area where weathering is taking place, how much vegetation is there, how much amount of area is covered with vegetation, what part of the rock is exposed to the weathering elements, how it is being exposed in the under the elements. All this affects in the formation of soil and effects in weathering. Now, types of weathering: physical and mechanical weathering. What is physical and mechanical weathering? In these types of weathering, rocks are broken or disintegrated without any change in their chemical composition. Whatever the composition is there, it remains the same. That's why it is known as mechanical weathering or disintegration, and can happen in many ways. What are the ways? Let's see. For instance, rocks become weak and their graining. Now, when rocks become weak and their grains loosen and fall out because of the alternate heating and cooling. Now, heating and cooling, what does it mean? When a rock is being heated, when exposed in the sun, it expands, and when at the night it cools, it contracts. That means expands with the Barjana, and contracts means it becomes smaller. This every day happening over a period of time, the rock comes to a position when it starts cracking, or its particles become thinner and it starts breaking into grains, and that is known as granular disintegration. These are mostly common in deserts, because in deserts in the morning it is too hot due to the sun, and when it is night it becomes cool, and so the rocks are also facing this due to the heat. It is expanding, and it contracts, and as this keeps on, the rocks breaks into pieces. When the surface of the layer of rounded rocks and boulders gradually peel off their layers, similar as we have seen an onion. Sometimes a big rock, the layer of the rock come out as the peel of an onion. So this is known as exfoliation. This occurs due to the expansion. This also occurs due to the expansion of the outer layer during day and contraction of the same layer during night. Repeatedly over a long period of time, this exfoliation occurs. In a temperate latitudes, the action of the frost shatters rock. Most rocks that suffer frost action have cracks, joints, and pores. spaces, and rainwater or snow usually collects in them. During the night, the fall of temperature results in the freezing of this water in the joints and pores. This exerts pressure on the walls of the crack as frozen water expands in 1/10 of its volume. So the cracks widen and deepen, and the next morning, as soon as the sun is there, this water starts melting. And melting, and as the water is melted, it goes deeper into the cracker. Thus, again there it is frozen in the night and thawing result in the deepening and widening. The thawing and freezing and thawing, this depends means it's make the crack deeper and wider, which ultimately breaks the rocks into angular fragments. This process is known as frost action. Next is chemical weathering or decomposition. As the name suggests, it is chemical weathering, where chemical composition of rocks due to which they break into smaller fragments. Usually this takes place when certain mineral contents in the rocks react with the gas or moisture that is present in the air. Water plays the important role in the chemical weathering. The various ways by which chemical weathering takes place are oxidation. Oxidation is a process in which oxygen in the air reacts with the minerals that is present in the rocks, resulting in the formation of a new chemical compound, which is far more easily erode the rocks. This weakens the rocks. For example, if a rock contains some amount of the mineral iron, when iron absorbs rocks, they are present in the air, rust occurs. As you have seen in your house, if a old iron thing is fallen out in the air, it becomes red, and if you touch it, you can find dust in it. The same thing occurs inside the rock, and when this changes the color and becomes brown and red, powder mass into called rust, which is easily eroded. Sometimes oxygen dissolves in rainwater also acts upon the minerals of the rocks. What happens when the rainwater is coming in contact with this minerals, as water contains oxygen, so there also the reaction occurs and cracks or breaking of the rocks occurs. Next is carbonation. What is carbonation? Carbonation is a process when carbon dioxide, which is present in the atmosphere, dissolves with the rainwater and forms a new compound called carbonic acid. This new compound, when it reacts with minerals that is present in the rock, causes small pits or grooves, that means holes, on the surface of the rock, such as limestone, chalk and marble. If you see limestone, if you put water on it, it starts boiling. So this rainwater, when it come in contact with this type of minerals present in the rocks, they start boiling, they start melting, reaction occurs, and so small pits or grooves are formed. Next is hydration. Hydration is a process when the water, which is itself a chemical, combined with some minerals that is present in the rock. Such minerals like that have potash absorbs water and becomes a powdery mass due to the process of hydration, and so it results into erosion. Next is solution. Solution, again, chemical weathering in form of, it is the simplest form of chemical weathering in which by which some minerals which is present in the rocks dissolves water when rainwater falls on these rocks, or when rainwater flow over these rocks, the soluble minerals dissolves and it is removed with the rainwater, resulting in a breakup of the rock. Because those places it becomes empty, and from those places the rocks start breaking or cracking. Rock salt, gypsum and silica are the example of minerals that is highly soluble with water and makes the water free. Not water free, makes the rocks empty as these minerals melt with the water, get soluble with the water and they start moving.